Panther now smells blood in the water. He's going in for that dive. Nice shot with the S-25s. They are veering off. Again, we have 3 of them with 2 Jacksons. But the Sexton's luring him into everyone else. Let's get the replay going. I think audio is good across the board. Let me know if you guys are having issues with hearing anything. But without further ado, hello everyone, I'm Greyshot17, and today I'm covering a 4v4 on everyone's favorite cluster F of a map, being Port of Hamburg. We got ourselves a number of key players. We got Riker, Blazing Fury, Georgie Boy, and Shirley versus Wonder, 98, Yellow, and Roe. We'll see how this goes. This is a CoH2 replay, of course, submitted by one of those people. It gets submitted to my Gmail or Discord down below. Remember, if you want to support the channel, every little bit helps, especially for right now. It is September, so it is September on Twitch if you're watching us live. But you can also subscribe for free on YouTube, and, of course, like the video if it does go on YouTube. For that that does really help out with the algorithm and other things like that. It helps when I currently burn my esophagus having the stomach flu, so I can take small breaks without the YouTube being like, I think we should punish this guy. He's not putting a video every other day. But also stuff we can punish. This Kubel charging headlong into a line of infantry and taking most of it, probably 75% damage just from a couple shots without doing anything. Both squads are buying cover, but there's force, there's so much force hitting him that it's just not, he's just not going to last. Yeah, riflemen, conscripts, rear echelon, plus more troops coming on in. It's just too much damage for this guy to take by himself, but he will delay. That's the thing. Hard cover will delay. Pioneer will delay, but the allies, again, are pressing. We got ourselves the key combatants being 3 OKW and 1 austere, with 2 Soviet, an American, and a Brit. Pioneers are about to lose that fight, but Pontifical Slaves are coming on in. Remember, these guys are weaker early on, stronger as they get upgrades. But right now against the Brits, I think the Soviets and them have that position under lock and key. Let's see, with the other gentleman, where is his army? Going for the deep dive. Interesting, Wonder. Interesting. We'll see how this goes. Again, the Assault Grenadier is very good close range, but there's an MG here. You'd have to go for stuff in the back line, and it's an infantry section, not a mortar, so we can easily respond by moving or repositioning. So we'll see. We'll see. Right now, mortar is under easy fire from the infantry section. Hold up. It looks like Sturm and Volk came along the flank and just absolutely devastated. What the hell happened over here? I was talking so much about you guys, and this is what you do to me. Alright, walk of shame. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Come on. How could you do this? I was saying how you're going to be great, but most likely what ended up happening was they caught this MG out of position and thrashed all the other forces with Pontifical Slayers and the Sturms and the Volk, while the other one, unfortunately, had to retreat back to base, which is a good flanking opportunity for him to come along the side, knock out the echelon, and just pulverize everything along the line. So good counterattack there. Unfortunately for Wonder, his troops are hiding, but they're not really engaging. Now, that does allow the allies time to deal with it, but also it puts a sense of unease because you know there's someone there that is trying to absolutely murder you. Infantry section using their range to beat these assault grenadiers of, you know, from a distance. But nice rifle grenade on the infantry section, bring them both down pretty significantly. They're still going to kill this assault grenadier. But at least, I mean, this Grenadier did way more. I guess he was meant to die? I think he was meant to die. But conscripts are opening fire on the Grenadier. Mortar as well with its support equipment. Funny enough, the extra guys with rifles opening fire. We got ourselves a medical facility over here. Another medical facility. And a medical facility. So, most likely what we're going to end up seeing is a lot of support guns, I would fair to say, to try to hold back the enemy. Again, the Con's artillery can definitely be very impactful. The Stuka is greater overall in terms of kills typically over a match, but of course, it's that one-shot hit. So if you want to make sure that at least in the beginning that you can wear down enemy in smoke, that probably support guns are better shot. I think that was a mortar hit. Oh, well, if it was a mortar hit, there is no mortar along this side. If you're talking about the American infantry over here, as we'd see. Kubo is still alive with the 5 kills. Again, now vet 1 so we can detect units. Nice incendiary, burn the cover the enemy can use. Huntsful leaders and Sturm. Moving on in. Again, allies still holding the right. And now we have the assault officer murdering that man. My god. That poor Panzer Grenadier just being thrashed around. But another great kill for the allies, allowing Blazing and Riker to really solidify their gains on the right. Where on the left it's been a little bit more mixed, though it looks like with a captain with a bar, additional conscripts, they are forcing the Germans back. So that's double fuel outside of German hands. And right now, it's actually a smarter move for them to have gone so heavily into medical. Because remember, medical building allows for infantry, or more specifically, manpower-based units, right? More specifically. Support gun, the half-track, specifically with the infrared, and of course the AA one. But that also requires smaller amounts of fuel. So, if your goal is to save on fuel, for maybe Panzer, that's your better bet than the mechanized building, because then anything you get out of that is going to cost you. Now, I am not the biggest fan of this. While I understand you want to build tank traps, again, hopefully it keeps a small avenue open, because I feel like I feel like a counterattack over here is necessary, right? You want to take these resources away, because as we saw, the Axis are predominantly fighting here, and they're fighting a battle in which the Allies are so far getting the lead. Now, does the American have smoke? No. He doesn't have grenades, so unfortunately, Anti-Lucker, thank you very much for the sub. But it would be a good idea for him to smoke, so that way the enemy can't really do much, right? He can't use the MG to his advantage. He can't suppress the Allies. But now, the half-track and all the enforcers are going to slowly suppress, neutralize that MG. And unfortunately, the Allies don't have much AT. Now, the Soviet is getting AT, but it's going to be a hot minute. Maybe he gets close with an AT grenade, but most of his men are in full retreat. He has one conscript lying in wait. Again, I would wait for him to get a little closer, oorah, and then go for it. But the MG just suppresses him before he gets close. But this German counterattack, very fierce German counterattack, is being successful. It's slowly chipping away the Allied advantages with the MG, with the mounted infantry, and as well with healing. Now, the American is about to counter with his own AA half-track and his mortar half-track, try to counteract the MG. But the MG repositioned. Huntsville Sleeves are still advancing behind some good cover. We're still losing units. Shirley lost a rear echelon. You might say that's nothing, but it does add up. A half-track is trying to come in, but remember, those guys have long AT range with their grenades. You have to be very careful when fighting Huntsville Soliers. Incendiary goes in the building. Not sure why there were 2 squads with only 1 window in that building, but maybe they're just trying to get through without being suppressed. Again, you still have lots of suppression hitting this area. A half-track is currently engaging the German one, but gets Fausted, and now is very injured. Half-track might try to go for the kill. Would be very risky, but he's trying. He's getting a little closer, at the very least, hit this captain and also the conscript. By the way, this thing is up to 7 kills, but now has very little in the way of infantry frontline supports. Until the Sturms arrive, at very least. Doesn't have Faust, but he does have some serious anti-infantry power, plus the MG backing him up, that can still go armor-piercing rounds. So overall, it's been a very decisive counterattack for Yellow and Rose. So great job to them both for successfully taking not only the fuel, but also the VP. White Phosphorus is coming down, but that will delay the half-track's ability to constantly fire. Remember, if you use White Phosphorus, it is a bit of a cooldown, and it does take a bit longer. It is effective, it is cheap, but it does affect its ability to just constantly fire. And I'm assuming they're doing this more in a way of keeping the enemy back just for a brief period of time so they can get this victory point under their control. Speaking of victory points, looks like Wonder was able to take the one on the right. By the way, we're seeing Strategic Reserve, Great Offensive, and Breakthrough. So, lots of heavy tanks, range from Tigers, Tiger Aces, Yag Tigers. The Allies have Guard Rifle, not exactly a great counter to any of that stuff. Except for maybe the Guards. I really like the Guard Infantry, but Tiger or any of that stuff can absolutely pulverize it. Artillery can be a definite nuisance. However, again, Stuka with range could definitely still hit it. But as we saw, none of these guys have the Stuka, right? And none of them have a direct strike at this point. They have maybe Breakthrough, if you use a half-track, could neutralize it. But That's a little more scattered. It's not as direct. They got hit with a high... Oh, I see, Victor. I see what you're saying. Sorry about that. Let's see. Riker went rear artillery. So, speaking of blasting the enemy. Nice bundle grenade, by the way. Blazing Fury went Soviet industry. Not bad by any means. Again, can absolutely focus on getting resources. That's why we see the struck. As well as trying to overproduce armor. But this is a more focused map, which makes large armor groups a little bit harder to really combat the enemy, right? Not saying it can't happen, but if you could focus the enemy into more tight corridors, which is predominant part of this map, you can really stop, especially because pathfinding, large counterattacks. But hey, great job by the Allies. Blazing managed to take this area, but Panzerfusiliers are coming in behind him, and these guys have the weapons to outclass these conscripts very easily. Nice Molotov, though, hits all three of them, which helps the conscripts a bit. And they're taking damage. Blazing might actually somehow get a small victory out of this. Maybe not, the best one in terms of winning this battle through and through. But remember, if all this infantry is is this damn weak, although he's probably going to lose the conscript, I would not want to engage with him. I would want to pull back to a medical and heal, which should allow the British some time to focus their force on the front. By the way, he has Brent guns. He has some really solid stuff. Again, Assault Officer, Vet 2, very cool to see. But also we have additional caches going down. So that's what Blazing's trying to do. He's trying to be that team player to support. Okay, mostly a team. He's getting those resources for himself, but mostly it's a team player. Anyway, we have an Su-76 on the field, trying to help with the AT support. Also artillery to try to blast the enemy forces. Again, you can absolutely use artillery to try to hit this stuff and keep yourself at distance. Though you have to be very careful, because again, get a little too close and you can still be hit. Half-track being hit by the AT gun. Does pull on back. Again, MG is now under artillery fire. White Phosphorus coming down. It's going to be a bit of an issue for the Axis to hold this position for an extended period of time. And artillery ripping through the White Phosphorus, almost annihilating the Volk squad. Let's see right now. Oh, Shirley went infantry company. So it looks like we have the Allies definitely going with a hold firm artillery focus, where the Axis are going with a heavy tank focus. This map is meant for, in my opinion, more artillery-based stuff. So if the idea is to bomb them right into submission, then I think the Allies definitely have this. But if the Axis can use their armor to break through the front line and hit that critical, very, very weak armor, right? That is a Katusha. That is a Sexton. That is, excuse me, sorry, a Priest. Then you got yourself a very good situation for the Germans. But again, that's if they can break through. Anyway, Panzerfusiliers are attempting to. They're at least holding on to the point, but they're taking a lot of casualties trying to get through those lines. And also taking casualties just from the back line. MG went down. High explosive shots are coming down, hitting the AT gun. Panzerfusiliers still holding for the time, but how long can that really last? He does at least have a forward position, and Panzer Headquarters operational. Almost operational with its main gun. Although weird position for it, I would maybe pull it a little more back. Like, this makes a little more sense in this area, because at least the train car protects some shots. But still, curious to see how things continue to fare. Right now, we have an engineer squad doing a little recon. Not sure what Blazing is up to. Again, you have a recon Blazing. You could use that. I understand the enemy has AA, but it's not the Soviet one. So that means your plane should be in the sky for a tad bit longer than you may be thinking it will be. Again, the best AA gun by far, and I don't know why, is the Soviet one. The other ones are good, but at least it will be in the air a little bit longer, right? Also, weird composition wonder. Grenadier, two Grenadiers, Panzer Grenadier, Assault Grenadier, just having a diverse set of German units, I'll say that. But at least with the British one, it's like, yes, 2 infantry sections for long range, Assault Officer coming for close range. But you don't have the, do you have the upgrade for the Assault? Let's see if he has the upgrade. I think he doesn't because it's so little health he lost. I don't think it's enough for a model. No, he doesn't. Okay. This I get. With the veteran squad leader, it does make it quite a bit better, but... Anyway, speaking of veteran leaders, hot damn, a lot of American forces with some solid veterancy. MG barely alive. Captain does manage to mow him down. Panzerfußler holding firm behind some good cover, but Captain's still advancing. It's getting to retreat, and so he does, as he just can't take that fight, well, that consistently. Alright, so let's see. Smoke went down, allowed the Germans maybe the ability to push through, and the MG the inability to see them. Again, maybe a flare would have revealed that a little sooner for you. You have a decent amount of munitions, so you can move up. Unfortunately, the smoke didn't allow you to see that bad boy as he buzzed through the smoke with his patented flamethrower to burn the enemy alive. And oh, you think those Panzerfußlers? Oh, I'm sorry, Panzer Shreks are cute. Yeah, no, the flamethrower is just going to absolutely rip and tear through their squishy, squishy selves, I should say. Panzer IV is moving on up, but even that will have a rough time penetrating this KV armor. Though it still can. Though showing rear is definitely not something he wants to do. And we'll put... Now he's going to go put himself in gear and try to get out. We have 2 lucky shots that penned. Can we get a third? Nope. Bounce off the front. 6-pounder now opening fire. And conscripts lighting it up. This may have actually backfired for the Panzer IV. AT gun still in range. Tears apart that Panzer. And Wonder's fierce counterattack backfires amazingly and actually allows the Allies to hold this front and kill the only major real like armor that they could have done to break through. So yeah, also support guns, again, like I mentioned, being more likely to be used, is definitely wearing down the Brits. He's definitely taking a lot of casualties, but it also counteracting this mortar pit. But the counter to that is the fact that the Allies are still holding, and they're still doing a damn good job. Weird positioning for the MG. Not gonna lie. Like, why? Especially because you are next to a mine, so... Yeah, they don't know that. I know that. The Allies know that. It's just a little bit funny. Now, good flank on that MG by the American infantry. A little bit of a blob, not gonna lie. Also, we have more artillery than we actually see, like a Sherman. But that might be to compensate for the Soviets, who have more armor. And also, they themselves are getting artillery. So, nice mix. At least they have something to hold back armor. Those tank destroyers, no joke, can absolutely hold back panzers of all shapes and sizes. White Phosphorus going down on the retreat to make their run even more deadly. Let's see. Winks is now in chat. What units? Yeah, again, he doesn't have many, but here's the thing. Blazing still has a small army, and remember, he's still supporting his team with caches and also this mighty KV-8. Now, Shrek's over, time will slowly wear him. Actually, I don't even think he healed all the way. I think he was building that repair station. But, is he gonna Faust? Alright, cool, you Fausted it. Also, nice mine on the Assault Grenadiers. Is he gonna lose that Assault Grenadier? Wait. I hear a Stuka. Oh, it's... Oh, wait, he went for the mortar. Actually did a lot to the mortar pit. Great shot. Again, I'm hoping it hits one of those blobs, right? You want to hit one of those blobs. Another one bites the dust. Exactly. It's like, man, they can't catch a break. Oh, okay. That's what I was expecting. Our piercing rounds to quickly knock out the cache. That's a good play. That I like. But again, it was like, okay, you were a little bit early for the show. Just a little bit. Now, at least the repair station will bring this thing operational soon. Mortar was taken by the Germans, but, okay, cool. I mean, it will definitely put this mortar pit under harm's way if you're constantly being bombed. Although it looks like some fire was returned on him. My guess would probably be the mortar pit. Probably the high explosive. Let's see. Germans actually are trying to kill the AT guns. Looks like they managed to bust through the Soviet front on the right. Excellent shots. Moved up a lot of AT to do that with their Elbow Sedan, which, again, not bad play. Oh my god, nice hit on that mortar half-track. Damn. Also artillery hitting the back line. Whoa, wait! Hold on, that's not your normal artillery. That's Roe going not one, but two LEFHs. This LEFH is 18 kills. That's what killed everything. this bad boy right here. Excellent job by it. Hell of a hit. Panther is well on the field, so they got artillery and they got frontline armor. Though again, not really great against infantry. Suffice to say, at least it can definitely put a 76 in this place. So that explains the counterattack. That explains why Yellow and Rowe are absolutely demolishing the Soviets on the left. Though, great flank by the KV-8, just making sure the sport guns lose all their veterancy. They can be recruited, but no veterancy for you. And he's going to easily pull back, find some good cover. Victory point-wise, again, the Allies have a small lead of about 50 points. Nothing too major, but it is still impactful, especially as the Germans slowly push along the right, because now we might see that lead slowly, you know, go to the opposite. If all these Faust, I think he's prepping Faust, right? No, he stopped it. Oh, he killed the engineer squad, though. So another wipe on Georgie boy right here, down to 3 units. Oh, boy. Axis definitely inflicting some heavy damage on the Allies. I imagine you take all those positions. Hell, if I'm the Stern Pioneer, after I'm done here, I might try to get some fuel from all these dead wrecks. Again, AT guns can be decommissioned. They're still technically pieces of equipment. So I would get that free fuel so you can maybe get a bigger boy out a little sooner. I know you need 2.5 points, but at this rate, you should easily be able to get it. Nice grenade on the conscript. And once again, Blazing loses squad. Though he does have 1,000 manpower, so you would assume he would try to get out more infantry or armor or something to assist him. Based on this composition, maybe a Katusha could help, although you can say, Greyshot, I want the KV-2. It's like, alright, cool. Well, buddy, I'm glad you want the KV-2, but, you know, sometimes you don't get what you want. And in this specific situation, maybe your army does need something, and that would be an actual army. At least something to help right now. Anyway, guard forces, riflemen are all trying to heal under artillery fire. Half-track as well went down. Damn, that was a fierce push by the Germans when they did. The artillery must have absolutely just got hit after hit after hit on everything. With 18 kills like that, it's not shocking. Hold on. Let's double check something. 20 kills. No vehicle losses, so maybe the Panther dove in. Oh, this one has a vehicle loss, though. Let's see. It's either that or one of the AT guns got a great shot in. Alright, we have some fire being laid down this area. MG does go down. Again, too much fire from too many different directions, just wearing it down. S-285 and a Jackson, great tank destroyers all around, push back the Panther. Though Germans are like, yeah, this is bullshit. Call in zeroing, we're leveling this field. And that will absolutely stop any Allied advance in the area. Now, if I'm the... Oh, I was going to say the German player, I would have launched a flare so that way the area is still illuminated. So the artillery is still active even if you have no units there, right? You still can see it. But no, the army instead went to the cache again. Again, that's the problem with Blazing building caches, is they're very juicy targets, and with nothing defending it, well, the Germans are more likely to just keep pushing. Speaking of which, looks like he did lose one of the Panzerfusiliers, and most of his army is recruit-based at this point. There's a Stuka with 0 kills, and a Jagdpanzer for defense, but again, that's for defense. Wonder is wondering what to do right now. He has a Panther and some veteran units, but he's lost a lot, and let's see what the British have. The British have double sextons. Not the biggest... I mean, okay, that could work, right? If the whole point is Blazing as the front line, right, and also armor, and you have front line and artillery, then that could, you know, that could be a good partnership, right? The problem is, where is the Soviet armor? Most of it's in the back, so unfortunately that great symbiotic relationship you're hoping to form is currently sipping Mai Tais in the back lines, or maybe vodka for the Soviets. Anyway, nice smoke and Panzerfusilier advance covers the Panther. But what's this? S-25 is diving on in. Again, this is a bad move. A lot of AT grenades going to hit this S-25 and kill it. This is where the S-25 would have been better when it was, you know, on the front. So it could have wore down that Panther while it was over here. Less so back here. Now we have another loss for the Soviets, and again, another loss for Blazing. Something I guess he can't afford because he has 700 manpower, but still, it's one of those aspects where it's like, you don't have that much of an army, and you don't have too much help for the Brit on the front. As your KV is now focused in mid, which does make sense a little bit. You want to make sure, again, his idea is we have to make sure the victory point's secured. Okay, cool. But I feel like the American and the Soviet have this. Okay, maybe not. Georgie Boy is heavily down, as we can currently see, with guards. And, yeah, a lot. He's down a lot. But, look, I've been crapping on the Allies. They do have a secret weapon, guys. They do have a secret weapon. And that secret weapon is quite simple. Their secret weapon is, wait 1 second. Let me try. Hold on. Let me try. Let's see. Does this work? No, did not work. Damn it. All right. That secret weapon is artillery. Specifically direct strikes, right? Because the Allies can beat these LFHs. And looks like they already did that. We can see here a direct strike came in. So they can neutralize the best artillery very easily for the Axis. And they have recon, thanks to the American, thanks to Blazing. So they have good stuff. The Axis do not. The Axis have the potential for artillery with zeroing and assault artillery, but they're not direct strikes. They're not hard counters to artillery. And also, this artillery can move. So you have to be a little bit more... So the Axis is going to have to be a little more clever with how they neutralize the priests, the sextons, the ML20s, the caddies, all that stuff. I thought Greyshot was going to pull on the clickbait prank with the secret weapon is someone we don't expect, blah, 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 without ever revealing it. No. I thought I had something active, but I realized that it reset on my Steam Deck, so I couldn't pull up my face cam, because then it would pop it up on the screen. But, I'll reset that later. But yeah, direct strikes is a definitely key counter the Allies have. But the Axis are like, well, fuck you, we're just gonna push on up. Wow, that was a really bad grenade. Bundle grenade shows them who's boss. You can always recruit it, but at least it's down and lost the veterancy. Nice artillery strike by the priest forces the unit back. We have a flamethrower that might burn him a little bit, but Pack 43 will at least hold the line for a bit. It might actually kill it. Hold on. Panther gets a shot. No, Jagdpanzer gets a shot and knocks out that unit. Now see, because Blazing is in mid, so too is 98. And because 98 is here, and Blazing is now gone, this Jagdpanzer is absolutely sniping a lot of Shirley and Georgie Boy's forces. They have a couple tank destroyers, but they need a lot of help to fight all this. Guard forces could stun, by the way, buttoning. There we go. Nice little button, but it stops after the unit loses most of its men. I love the 2 tank destroyer shots that just bounce off the Panther. Love it. AT snares are about to go in effect. He's not paying attention. This could cost him. He is very vulnerable. He didn't snare. Surely did not snare. Okay, a bounce and finally a kill. Finally, Jackson's neutralized that unit. The Allies hold back the Axis attacks. But can they actually take mid? Well, there's one unit, and the Axis have plenty of artillery that's still pounding him. So if they get lucky with the support grenade, he might fall back, but we'll see. He might be able to at least decap it. Again, Wonder showing how amazing he is by potentially losing another Panther. Or another Panzer, I should say. Because, yeah, the other one, he got out the first time, but remember, this other gentleman's really focused more in mid. Or at least he was. Oh, he seemed to be focused more in mid. Oh, artillery is absolutely killing that Panzer headquarters. Yeah, great idea on paper, take it, so that way they don't come through this area. But when the enemy has lots of artillery, they can absolutely pulverize it from a good distance and not have to worry about your counterattacks on it. And as long as the Brit is holding firm on the front, even though Riker, yeah, this front's looking a little dicey. As long as he keeps holding that, then he doesn't have to worry about a possible dive. Although we've seen Wonder's dives, and they have not been the best. Alright, Jagdpanzer is lining on up. KV2 is holding fire and trying to get in position. Hold on, he's trying to get comfy. Hold on, he's still, there we go, nice shot. Just had to move around for a minute. Hunts Fusiliers took a real bad hit, but Punch Quarters opening fire on them, slowly weakening the infantry. Nice shots from a Yag Tiger, even though the pack died. They still now the Yag. And also, of course, AT from the Cannon Morpher. Can they get a final shot? Again, illuminating the enemy's retreat would help the Yag Tiger get that final shot. But looks like he will retreat, and there's a strike coming on in. That is essentially a Stormvik strike. Will it do much? No, because it's actually going after the armor. Looks like we lost a unit right there. Not sure what it was, but almost done. They're trying to make sure more units die, and so they do against that unit. Breakthrough's about to come down this sector. Jackson's going to have a rude awakening along with that mortar carriage. Rifleman about to lose it. Man, 3 Obers are no joke as they hold the front. They use their own version of White Phosphorus to burn the enemy's retreat in the back. Hold on. American taking a lot of hits. Their forces do pull out, though, although crashing into the Su-85. Katusha firing at the Ober squad. Misses most of his shots. Ober managing to pull on back. Oh, no, he did lose one. He did. Oh, Clipmaster Sergio, thank you. Very kind of you for the sub. Very nice of you. Remember, it's September, guys. Subs are cheaper. They
Less
still
than
support
3
the
at
channel.
Greyshot 117 CoH2 FOREVEEEER. Less than 3.
Let's see. Su-85 on the front. Being hit by artillery. Caddy barely alive. Again, once you fire the artillery, pull back. Pull back. Whew. Alright. Su-85 and Jackson, again, trying to reorganize it. That Su-85 being healed. By God. You are very crazy, sir, to be healing on the front like this. Because we were talking about 3 LEFHs? This man is essentially going an LEFH army. Alright, so we have 3 of them all lighting up the enemy. Now, I will say, he's also building a Pack 43. I'm not the biggest fan of this. I think an armored unit would probably be better. Because, the enemy still has a decent amount of artillery, right? They still have a caddy. Still has a a priest. This gentleman has 2 sextons. Zeroing is going to hit this area. Again, luckily, Blazing Sea System runs through it with a bit of Ura. Stuka pulling on back from the cover of the Panther headquarters. Both areas are covering. So he's still diving, but they're not going to gain much from it, right? A Panther actually running over conscripts. That's quite funny. And yeah, he's going to run back to base. Stuka firing very close to the front. Hurts him on the retreat. I think that was a bit of a waste. Yeah, Panzer died. Oh, he died killing the KV. Oh, man. That's unfortunate. Panther now smells blood in the water. He's going in for that dive. Nice shot with the Su-85s. They are veering off. Again, we have 3 of them with 2 Jacksons. But the Sexton's luring him into everyone else. Oh, my. Okay. Luckily, it wasn't enough, and they were able to save everything. That could have been, if they would have bounced just 1 shot or a lot of shots, that probably one of them would have died. So, whew.
Enemy causing trouble, trying to take one of our points.
Maybe use smoke to kind of cover that, so that way they have to direct fire into it. Maybe that would have been a better approach. But at very least, because all it takes to sure is pull back along with the infantry, well, a lot of the stuff, the infantry is able to just walk on up. We have Obel Sedan squad taking the munition point here. Yag Tiger is well advancing. Rifleman engaging. And again, high explosive shots from the Yag could help change things. But he's also getting very close. And I feel like this might be a trap the Allies could spring on it if they could snare it. Americans are close by. Yag Tiger could have been a pathfinding. He's backing up in a weird position where backing up might be a little bit harder. Nice additional shots. We got some snares on the Jacksons. Su-85s are all coming on in. And there goes the Yag. Caddy as well hitting it. Excellent shots. We have a Tiger Ace though moving on in. A little too late there, Wonder. A little bit late on that. Great. I love the bounce of the rocket killing the Ober squad. Love it. Tiger trying to put some shots. Now, tank sure did pull back, but that is a mighty beast they did indeed kill. And unfortunately, Yellow doesn't have the resources to get another one back for quite some time. So the biggest threat for the Allies, at least for right now, has been neutralized, right? I say that because the Yak Tiger, in my opinion, is that threat. It is that Pack 43 that isn't easily killed by artillery. That's highly mobile, right? But now it's dead, and you can easily kill these Pack 43s. You have been killing these Pack 43s. So, very, very cool to see. Alright, Ober squads are moving on in, trying to kill this truck that Blazing keeps making, and in turn keeps dying. Luckily, though, Blazing still has 900 manpower in the bank, so you can still pump out more stuff. The vast Soviet industry is ever present, as always. Fireflies, though, holding firm on the right. And again, we only have one tank destroyer, actually one AT unit. So Fireflies should be able to beat this thing, so long as Panzerfusiliers don't, you know, intervene with AT grenades. What's officer did perish. Will probably perish again. Yep, there it goes. I'm like, yeah, those are 3 Panzerfusiliers with G43s. That thing is at that low health. Probably not going to live. Probably not. Let's see, we have smoke going through. Alright, good drop right there. Let's see. Looks like everything is relatively fine on this front. Again, we might start, I mean, like, okay, if Wonder moves his force over here, maybe they could break the sole allied player that's actually holding a front. But it looks like he's more, you know, they're more occupied with bombing and pushing into this area, which I mean, like, yes, it's important, so don't get me wrong, to keep the allies back. And especially if you keep bombing this general area with all your LEFHs, it's going to make it very dicey for any counterattack. But I feel like you have this area pretty locked down. And a quick refocus, especially with a mobile set of units, to go kick the ass of the one player that's actually holding onto a front that's not, you know, causing the allies to just bleed out with victory points and, you know, lose their main fuel point on the front. I think that would help. Just pointing it out there. Alright. Now, slowly but steadily, the allies are regaining momentum along this side with riflemen pushing along this. Great grenades. Kill! Vet 4, Panzerfusilier. Oh, Saddam squad probably going to pull back as well here soon. Again, nice support gun, 18 kills. Alright. Sorry guys, because of my stomach flu, I burned my throat, so I might need a second after this game. Anyway, Grenadiers in a bunker, I guess just holding firm. Again, near the half track, which is camouflaged, which is nice, so at least it won't be under, you know, at least it won't be under too much fire unless they pop a recon to reveal it. Otherwise, just from infantry, it's like, oh, there's nothing over there. Oh, thank you, Clipmaster. But yeah, I got a stomach flu back on late Tuesday night, where I personally hit my all-time record for how many times I threw up in a single day. You know, all-time record. So that was fun. That's a fun record to break. But no, it was bad. It was bad. But I'm glad I at least got through, got hydrated again, and back. Although I will say it definitely messed up my work week. I had so much planned. Anyway, conscripts are all waiting for the zeroing to finish up so they can move into the position. Lots of tanks, so at least, again, Blazing burned through what's left of his manpower and fuel to actually get some positive stuff to help his team. And again, he's still been helping his team with caches and everything else, so gotta give it. You gotta absolutely promote your stuff there. Anyway, Ober squads are trying to push on up. Let's see, Ober squads are pushing on in.
The enemy are attacking one of our forward positions.
Let's see. KV2 about to open fire? Maybe? Okay, does, but now snared. Where are those fireflies? Riker, look, I know blazing can be a you know, a bit of a goof, but if you can come on over to absolutely annihilate him, that will. Anything? Maybe? Alright, anyway, conscripts will hold on to this position, I think. Fireflies are, oh no, they're pushing on up with all the SU-85. Oh, we have blazing coming in, full power. Oh my god, this Jagdpanzer's like, yeah, I bit off more than I could chew. I need to get the hell out of here. We do have a random unit in the back. Again, Wonder constantly doing those dives, but it's like, what? SU-85's going in deep, trying to get that kill, but Pack is right there to stop him. Does get some decent shots. In mid, we have the Ober squads fighting the Americans again. As long as they dodge grenades, they should win. Another Pack 43. Man, he loves those. Loves making more. Jagdtiger is still far off from being pumped out. Again, needing about double the fuel he currently has. Conscripts will at least grab the victory point. VP-wise, the Axis are in the lead. But population-wise, the Allies have slowly, you know, brought themselves back up, averaging, I would say, like low 80s. But anyway, let's see. Axis are currently in the low to mid 60s at best. So yeah, not great. All right, Axis regained the victory point. Churchill on the field. Again, I love it. Riker, the guy that went the artillery focus. So far, I mean, I love it. As more armored units on the field. I know it's armored artillery, but still. Has more armored units on the field than the guy that's going with Soviet industry to pump out armor. Love it. Pack gun opening fire on the KV. Again, can heal. Also, we have a wait, no, we have artillery coming in from concentration barrage. Tiger coming on in. A little late to save that Pack, but enough to at least maybe make the KV2 be like, gonna pull back. Gonna pull away. Anyway, infantry section moves on. Oh my god, gets absolutely annihilated. And leaving Riker with only one infantry unit remaining. Now Riker, I'm like, maybe could get another infantry squad or two. In mid, we have the SU-85s, the, I would say tank destroyers, but no, they're all dead. It looks like the Germans on the left side are still holding firm, though Pack gun absolutely got decimated by artillery. King Tiger is on the field. I mean, that makes sense. Like, again, if you're going to keep pumping out units and save up, I mean, save up for something bigger. Also, LFHs have been doing pretty damn good work. They have like 42 kills right now for the current set, discounting the ones that previously had like 20 kills that died. Back lines are just being absolutely smashed. Again, Priest is going to need to reposition, which itself has a good amount of kills, but again, it's 1 versus 3. Oh my god, great kill on Georgie Boy. Conscript squad goes down thanks to artillery. The SU-85s and everything are engaging. Yeah, one Jagdpanzer fighting alone. Tiger just chilling behind the lines. I have no idea why he didn't move up. Probably would have been better if he moved up. Though it looks like a lot of German forces died right there. I'm assuming Panzerfusiliers that advanced. SU-85 is decrewed, not killed. And we still have all those conscripts and Churchills and Fireflies that can still move up. And with a bit of Ura and a little Ra, Blazing will move on up against 98 and start chucking those AT grenades. Slowing down that Tiger, potentially allowing for its imminent defeat here at the hands of the Soviets. KV-2 moving on in, SU-85 firing through the smoke. And KV-2 gets a final shot on the Tiger, killing it, neutralizing it, and putting it down for good. Excellent job right there by the Soviets and the Brits. Riker and Blazing working together as a team, where I'm not sure even 98's individual army was working together, as we saw at the Jagdpanzer. I mean, like, it was firing and the Tiger's like sitting here, just like, yeah, keep fighting, you're doing a good job. The Command Tiger does not mean it's meant to command your forces and not fight. 100% is. But with the shifting of the tide in terms of how much each side is losing, we are also seeing a shift in who controls the battlefield, as the Allies now control mid and are slowly gaining more and more territory. Again, with that smaller army size the Axis currently have, definitely playing a factor. My fear was the Allies would not have the armor, but as we currently see, the Axis are the ones that actually are more limited on their armor capacity, even though they are really desperately trying to keep up the artillery engagement. Although I will say they are definitely winning that. This one player alone is throwing them through a loop. Like, these Sextons are good. They have like 14, 17. But like, yeah, there's only one priest. Caddy has 11 kills. Maybe combine. Oh my god, great shot. Wait. Did the Sexton just do that? Oh my god. Okay. Shirley is. Oh my god. Hell of a shot by Shirley. Wonderful job. Definitely. Oh my god. Yo! Get an army! Holy god! I just realized you have 2,000 manpower, man. What are you doing? What are you doing? Also, like, again, zeroing, not a bad idea, but you need recon for it to be actually effective. Now, this thing keeps firing, zeroing's gonna hit, but, like, there's nothing revealing stuff in the back. Tiger is trying to do that. That's a very bad idea, because this thing is 20 seconds, and there's still lots of stuff that can absolutely murder you. Though, good shot on killing the AT guns, I'll give you credit there. Zeroing is at least coming down that mortar carriage, forcing it back. There's a small deep dive with the Panzerfusiliers, but again, they are not the AT ones. So they can snare, but they're not going to get, like, massive amounts of kills on armor. Speaking of armor, they could easily come through this small corridor and flank this King Tiger. They're breaking the Axis spirit. Yeah, they 100% are right now in any capacity. Headquarters building, still holding on the front. I'll give credit. I thought this one was surely going to die. But the Panzer headquarters have surprisingly held okay. I think that's a new one. I think the other one was closer here. But they've actually survived longer than I would have expected for a few of their placements. This, I have no idea why the hell you put it here. Unless this is when you were winning and you thought you were about to win the game. But yeah, some very unfortunate Axis engagements where they singly focused upon the enemy is where the Allies were able to shift things. Because they were able to actually push back the Allies with artillery. Shocking enough. But again, we also have individual units. Like, we have very good veteran American forces. Not so much for the Obers. These Obers are brand spanking new, for the most part. I don't know what this guy's doing, but he's just staring. He's just staring into the void, being like, what do I do with my life? But he is currently not playing. At least that's not what the follow camera is showing. He's just staring into the void. King Tiger's now being hit. I think he should be able to win this fight if that Shrek hits. Nope, he's going to reposition. Should not have repositioned, should have just fired. Riflemen are still chasing. Su-85 trying to fire long range. And there goes Panzer headquarters. I mean, when the army of one essentially falls, everything else is going to fall apart. And yeah, we're about to see the Allies just absolutely just fall to pieces. Su-85s are lighting up the enemy. Panzerfusiliers pull back. Tiger Ace about to die here from a long-range snipe. Great job right there. And I'm calling it. I think that's an Allied victory at this point. They're just slowly wearing down the Axis lines in all areas. They might get a kill here or there, like on this KV-1. But yeah, Wonder leaves, and that's pretty much it. Caddy's coming in mid. Breakthrough's coming in. Actually, could cause some serious damage. Oh, yep, there goes every one of Blazing's units. Blazing, I'm glad you went out with a bang. Thank you, Blazing. But good push here by Riker. Demolishes that armored unit. Smokes his way out, saving the other Firefly. Wonderful job. Now, they might take mid, but it'll be a short-lived thing for the Axis. Most likely, the Allies will hold. but it's essentially GG. Like, Riker has no infantry left. I mean, Blazing has no infantry, Riker has no infantry. There's a lot of allied forces with no infantry. They're pretty much focusing on armor at this point. And there we go. That is GG. What a game. What a game. Now, we look at the after action report, and what does it entail, ladies and gentlemen? Well, it entails, excuse me, let's see. I believe, I could be wrong here, I believe Georgie Boy is when he submitted this replay, so thank you, Georgie Boy. Top damage goes to Shirley. Top kills as well goes to Shirley. Excellent job there. On the Axis side, Roe got top kills. We'll see those LFH's kills in a second. 58,000 damage. Hot damn. So, pretty damn close. Again, Axis, let's see. How's the KDs? 2 positive. 1 very positive. Allies, Riker was positive. Soviets were definitely not. But still, not a bad game. Let's see. MVPs, Jagdpanzer. Yeah, they did fine. Definitely fought by themselves in a few spots and needed support. Panther, that was by Yellow. So, yeah, I thought he had some decent Panther shots, though. He did get sniped by a Priest, which was pretty fun. 96 kills with the LFHs. Only 1 of them was killed by a direct strike. Yeah, that's pretty damn potent. It's pretty damn potent. Clipmaster gave... Oh, my God. You gave out subs, too. Baijo to 151. 151 sub to me? Oh my god. No, I'm joking. And David, the Pat Ass hero? Okay. Thank you very much. Hopefully you guys enjoy your subs. Anyway, continuing on, we got Wonder. Not many kills. Yeah, he was not the best player. He tried some decent dives. He got a kill here or there, but did not pan out as well as he might have liked. Though he did at least kept trying to kill the caches. I respect that. Shirley, again, we have 17k damage with his Jacksons. Some good hits, some definitely, like, pushed up and died. Some great snipes by Georgie Boy, I thought, with his S-55s, and so too did Blazing. Though Blazing definitely lost a number of his men. A lot. Like, he lost so many. But he still got quite a bit of damage, so I can't discount Blazing. It's just fun. It's just fun to mess with Blazing. Riker, again, 10k, 10,000 damage with his Fireflies. Not too shabby. And his Sextons got 5 vehicle kills. So overall, they were putting in work. Though, probably not as high of kill counts as, again, those LFHs. So, weirdly enough, the Axis came in trying to win the armor game. But they won the artillery game. And the Allies came in trying to win the artillery game. And ended up winning the armor game. So, and not even with the player necessarily designed for the armor game. So that makes it even better. But yeah, what do you guys think? Leave your comments down below. This has been Greyshot17, and I'll see you guys next time. Hello everyone, this is Greyshot17, and before y'all go, let me give a special shout out to Patreon supporters, Joey G240, Milam, Big Cooch, Aphyria, Ace, Pyro Shark, Tonybee 95, Epic Pleb. Thank you all for your incredible support and helping me grow my channel and support my channel and everything I do. Thank you, and to the rest of you, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.